I'm Katie, and this is one of my Pilates fundamental workouts today. I've created a few short workouts that focus on some of the core principles of Pilates so we can master each individual different movement and really focus on the breathing and the correct technique, and you can combine them all together and incorporate them into other workouts. So we're going to start today with rolling, and these workouts are great for beginners as well if you just want to start with certain elements of Pilates, I should mention. So we're going to start with rolling. So we're going to start with some roll downs to begin with. So you want to stand with your feet hip width apart, knees softly bent, hips stacked directly over the knees. If you like, and this is your first time, sometimes it can be great to actually do this against a wall because you have a point of reference for the spine. Shoulders are relaxed. Remembering our Pilates breathing, we want to inhale through the nose, filling up the back and sides of the lungs with air, and then as we exhale out, we're exhaling through the mouth and drawing our belly button into the spine and trying to contract this area, ribs to hips. So lifting the pelvic floor, so diaphragmatic breathing, and that helps us to get that core connection. So we're just going to do a few roll downs here. Inhale. Exhale, start to melt your chin towards your chest, keeping these a little bit soft. And we're going to start to roll up and over towards the toes. Just to the point where you feel like, okay, that's enough for me. Inhale here, exhale, use that breath, use that abdominal connection to scoop and slowly articulate the spine all the way back up to standing. Inhale, exhale. Try and keep your weight forward in the feet, almost like you would topple over. And going to help you get more length, more release from the lower back. Inhale, exhale. Slowly rolling all the way back up to standing. And last one like that. Inhale, exhale. Just trying to notice any areas of the spine that might be moving as one whole piece. Maybe there's not much mobility there. This is a great exercise to highlight that for us. And then exhale all the way back up to standing. Great, so now we're going to come down onto the mat and we're going to come into some rollbacks. So for our rollbacks, we're going to have our feet at hip width apart again, in line with the knees, in line with the hips. We're going to start by stacking up nice and tall, reaching the arms out in front. Shoulders are drawing away from the ears, and we want to stack up nice and tall through the spine, so always keeping that length. Now we're going to inhale to slowly start to curve that spine again, just to the point where we feel like, okay, I can feel my abs kicking in now. And then we're going to exhale, so exerting the abdominal scoop and lengthen back up nice and tall. Keep going like that. Inhale, rolling it back, just come to the point where you can keep that stability. Exhale, and lengthen up. Two more like that. Inhale. If you want to really give yourself an ab workout, hold it here for as long as you want. Exhale, feel that nice length. Inhale. And that's our last one. So we're going to exhale all the way back up to sitting nice and tall. I'm just going to give us a little bit of an ab burn here to come down into some rollovers. So we're going to inhale, exhale, do one more, hold it here. Exhale, so hold it here, go a little bit further. Exhale, a little bit further. Little bit further. I'm shaking. And you're going to release all the way down. And we're going to come into some roll-ups. So for our roll-ups, we want to have the legs zipped together nice and long, arms reaching up overhead. Now if you're tight through the hamstrings or you have certain posture types, we're going to come up here, and you might find it difficult to actually come up without any support. So feel free to use your hands on the back of the legs, or even use a band TheraBand around your feet or whatever you have. But we want to start here with the arms reaching up overhead, legs reaching long, zip together, so everything is switched on and working. Again, we don't want the shoulders up around the ears. We want to try and draw them down. So take them out a little bit wider, if that helps. We're going to inhale to prepare, and we're going to exhale, scoop the abdominals, use that core connection to roll all the way up and over. And now we're rolling up and over into a nice C curve. So here, we're creating length by using the core to elongate through the spine. Tucking that chin to chest, inhale, exhale slowly, with control, rolling all the way back down till the arms come back over the head, inhale, exhale, inhale to hold, exhale. So it's all about the control here. Try and keep those feet where they are. Try and not let them slide on the mat. 3 more like that. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Feeling that nice stretch through the spine. Awesome. Inhale, exhale to slowly roll all the way back down onto the mat. And from here, we're going to come into some rollovers, which are an intermediate Pilates movement. So if you are a beginner, maybe just keep going with the roll-ups and see how that feels and keep working on that, because we're going to take the legs up over our head. And we want to make sure that we've got enough shoulder stability before we try that. So we're going to tuck the chin to the chest. Again, it's about that length. Make sure the shoulders are drawing down, pressing firmly into the mat, hands pressing down into the mat. So you need that strength in the shoulders to support you here. And we're going to take the legs up to a 90-degree angle. And when you're ready, we're going to inhale. Take the legs up and over. Split the feet, flex the feet, and then we're going to exhale. Use that core control to slowly articulate the spine back down, just that 90-degree angle, circle the feet. Inhale, up and over. Split those feet, hip width apart. Exhale, slowly roll it down, circle the feet. One more like that. Inhale. Exhale. Enjoy this really nice release through the back of the hamstrings as well. Feels awesome. And now we're going to reverse, so we're going to take the feet out to hip width apart, and we're going to do 3 like that. So inhale, up and over. Exhale, flex the feet, zip the legs together. Slowly roll all the way back down, circle the feet. Take them back out to hip width apart, up and over. So not only are we working with the core here, getting a nice release through the hamstrings and articulating the spine, but we're also really working into our shoulders and strengthening the shoulders. Last one, all the way down, and circle the feet. Nicely done. And we're going to place one foot back down, the other foot back down, and we're going to come into rolling as our final rolling exercise. And rolling like a ball is super fun. It embraces your inner child. This is where we get to be a little kid. But it's also really great for the balance, and also gives us a really, really nice massage on the spine. So when we're in our rolling position, you want to sit up nice and tall, and you want to try and creep your feet in as close as possible to your bottom. Tuck your chin to your chest. So we want to make sure we're in a nice curved ball shape. Again, try and avoid the shoulders going up around the elbows. So you want to try and draw them down away from the ears. And when you're ready, legs are zipped together. When you're ready, just lift your toes up off the mat. And just practice just holding here. So it's harder if the hands are down by the feet. If you want it to be a little bit easier, you can bring them up around the knees. But still try to stay as tight as possible. And just practice really subtly rocking back and forward here, just for a few breaths. and just get a feel for that core connection. And then when you're ready, allow that breath to let you to fall back. So you're going to inhale back and you're going to exhale to come back up and hold and balance. Inhale to roll back. Exhale. We're trying to keep that tight little ball shape. Inhale. Exhale. Super fun. Inhale. Exhale. Good. I'm just going to do 2 more like that. Holding it there. Last one. And you can slowly release the feet back down to the mat. And that was my Pilates rolling sequence. So I hope you enjoyed it. I'm Katie. Keep smiling.